Okay, hello everybody. I'm Helen again, and I teach at the Dorothy Benson Senior Services Center. And today is part 2 of our trees, gnomes, and angels, workshop. So this is the second session, and I'm going to show you. Let me do a recap. So last week I put together this Christmas tree, and I pierced it. So once again, it was 2 pinch pots. I pierced it, and let's see, here we go. It hasn't been fired yet, okay? So it's hollow on the inside, and I stuck these Christmas light thingies in here, and I'll show you what it looks like. Let me see if I can turn off this light. Okay, that's pretty cool. So you could put a candle in here. These are those little mini lights that it has like a battery attachment to it. And so I put that in there, and it's really pretty. Okay, so I'll have to get this fired and everything, but it's hollow on the inside, and you can just put a candle or tea light. Now, if you're using the air dry clay, which is paper based, do not put a real candle in there. Just put one of those battery operated tea lights in there. Okay, so if you look here, I just pierced holes, and what I have is, let's see, this is I think this is a what do you call it, for polymer clay. Okay, this worked really good. I did buy this kind, but it didn't work as well. This is for clay. And it has a spring mechanism. Oops, you can push out your clay. The reason why this one worked better is because the star shape is all the way. This one, the star shape stops about 1/4 of an inch. So it kind of flares out here, the cylinder. So if it's a really thin piece of clay, this works, but on the thick, it just made it kind of like, I lost the star effect because this part was, I pushed it in too far. Okay, so I thought this one worked pretty good. This is more like a snowflake. It's 6-pointed, but I'm sure you can find the star shape somewhere. All right, I also used, what did I do? Okay, I also went and bought the tube ones. Okay. So here's one I used to have, and you can see how the clay gets stuck in there. And then I went and bought the tube ones, which looks like, okay, it's a set, and you have 2 different sizes, one on the front, one on each different end, and it has this slit here. So when I put it in, what I do is I turn it around, okay, and I can remove the clay. So I like this better, and it was a set, and it came in different sizes. Okay, so today we're going to do the angel, and let me show you the hold on, let me put this away before I break it. Okay, so this one, the absolute first one I did, and it's been fired. It's come out of the kiln. I didn't open the bottom to put a tea light. Nothing is really pierced. They're just marks. I did, you can't tell probably on the screen, but I did paint it with very, very light green underglaze. Okay, and then I painted the star white. I can go ahead and put acrylic paint on it if I want, because these aren't like something to eat out of, but this is just a simple prototype. Okay, I think I like the ones where I pierced the openings, because then you can put lights in there. All right, let me put this aside. All right, I'm going to show you the angel I started making, and then we'll do another sample. Okay. All right, so here, let's see if we can see this better. Okay, so once again, I just made 2 pinch pots. I formed it into that shape. I still had to clean this up. I added a little round hollow ball and made the face. And then I added slab wings, all right? I'm still working on this one and I'm going to hollow out the bottom, okay? Now, one of the things is once it stiffens up, you can punch the little things, and I haven't punched it all the way through. The reason why is there's areas that are really thick, so I have to open up the bottom more, and then I have to get in there, and then I have to kind of thin out the clay, okay? So I'll use something like this, and I'll thin out the clay from underneath, and that way I can pop these little stars out. Right now they're stuck because I couldn't go all the way. They're just really thick, okay? So I'll show you how to do that later, but right now we're gonna go from start to finish. And let me move this aside somewhere safe. Oh, I'm running out of space here. We'll put this angel right here. Okay, so it's my abstract version of an angel. You will see angels made out of a slab, and they'll make a cone and then put wings and a round ball for a head. But I don't like that personally too much, so I'm doing this different kind. Oops. Okay, so. Hey, Jacqueline, I hear you. It's good to meet you again.
Yeah, good morning.
Did you just see the angel I made? Did you get this?
No, I didn't.
So I'll just be real quick here. So this is the second week, okay? And
Oh yeah, I did see it on YouTube.
oh, okay.
That's pretty.
Let's see. Hold on just a second. Let me. Pin. All right. So this is the Christmas tree, and did you see it when I stuck the lights in? It's really cool. Let me.
I bet you it's cool.
Yeah, you can put like a tea candle in there, but I got one of these mini lights. You can barely see there's lights on there, and it's battery operated. It looks like this. Okay, isn't that cool? I got this at Richard's something store, but I'm sure you can find it online or anywhere. And let me try to show you how neat this looks. I think it's so pretty. Okay, I'm just gonna shove it in there just a little bit because this hasn't been fired yet. Okay, let's see. Let's put it this way. Let's turn off the lights. Isn't that pretty?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can do it again, okay? So this class I'm using porcelain, but you can use any clay, white clay if you want. And you can also use paper clay. But for paper clay, don't put a real candle in there, okay? Because it'll ignite. Paper clay, air dried clays, you don't have to fire it.
Oh, I never knew about that.
But you can't use it. You can't use it for food or anything because if you wet it again, it's going to dissolve. But you can paint it and everything. So this was my first prototype. And this one doesn't have a hollow opening. This one is fired. It's under glaze. It is ceramic. Okay, just a simple one. Okay, with designs.
Mm-hmm.
It's really based on the Swedish ones. So now I'm going to show you how to make the angel. Okay, and instead of the cone type, I'm still working on this one, but with the 2 pinch pots. Okay, and I've got the wings on the back, and I haven't been able to punch out the stars yet because I have to scrape away the clay from the inside to thin it out a little bit. Okay, mm-hmm. And then you can make this out of air dry clay, and I mean the grown-up kind air dry clay, not the children's Crayola kind, but the kind that's made out of I don't really know what's in it. I think it's paper and plaster, to be honest. And then you air dry it and you can paint it. You can seal it with acrylic sealant or something. But you can't use it for food anymore, because it's paper dry. But this is real clay. So I can put a real candle in here or a tea light, okay? Because I'm going to open up the bottom. And all you do is put the candle there and put this on top. Right? So I'll show you how to do this one. Have you been making stuff out of clay since we last talked?
Yeah, you want me to show you what I made?
Sure, that'd be great. Hold on.
Okay, let me get it. Okay.
All right. Oh my gosh, you made a box.
Yeah, you taught us how to do a box, so I tried the box.
And that worked good, huh?
It wasn't perfectly measured, so I had a kind of rough time doing it
Uh-huh.
because I learned while doing it that I had to properly measure it.
It helps.
Because when I folded the sides up, they weren't even. So it was,
Oh, okay.
but that was my fault. I still put it together though.
Yeah, it looks good. You did good for the first try. You know that?
Yeah.
And it was an easy way to make the box, wasn't it?
Yes.
Pattern one, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
I'll do another one. And this is the other piece that I did. And
Wow.
a map of Africa.
Yes.
And I put a man and a lady on it.
That looks good. Now,
I didn't put enough paint on the red though. I must have missed one of the uh, times I was supposed to do them 3 times,
yeah.
put 3 layers, and I didn't do
Yeah.
it for the red part. And
Uh-huh.
that was a disappointment. But the green and the yellow came out good.
All right. Good work.
So
Yeah.
I learned a lot doing it. Yeah,
Uh-huh. That's good. You have to start somewhere, right?
right.
Okay, hold on just a second. I got Sharia, I think, texting me here. Let's see. Oh, okay. Okay, sorry. All right, so is that all you have for show and tell?
Yes.
Were you able to make any stamps?
Yeah, I made one stamp. Yeah, I made one.
Uh-huh.
And I'll show it to you. And here it is.
Oh, what kind of design is on there? I can't really see.
Leaves.
Oh, okay. And did it work when you pressed it in the clay?
I haven't used it because I haven't painted it yet. I was gonna wait and paint it.
You don't have to paint it
Oh,
because
okay.
it's a stamp. And has it been fired once?
Yes.
Okay, so it's ready to use.
Okay.
Yeah, you got to try it out and see what it looks like, but it's really cool.
Yes.
Yeah, and you learn from doing one stamp and then seeing what it looks like. Then you try something else. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So I'm going to show you how to make an angel. So normally people, just hold on, let me. All right, one more time. Okay, so normally people just, roll out a slab and then kind of make a cone, right? Well, we're going to do it with, and I'm sorry, this mail thing keeps popping up. I don't know how to make it go away. We're going to do it with 2 pinch pots. And I really like this pinch pot method better. I don't know if you were in any of the sessions where we took 2 pinch pots and made something, but this is how I'm going to do this. So the first pinch pot, I'm kind of going to make it into a cone shape. All right. And
What are you saying? Pink stop. I
oh,
mean, I
I'm sorry,
can't.
pinch pot, pinch.
Oh, pinch. Okay.
Yeah, just a little pinch pot. Yeah. All right. So, and then I kind of flatten the rim. Okay. Don't make the rim thin. All right. Because we need that thick rim. And it's really thick right now, but that's okay because we can carve out the excess later. So let me move this a little bit so you can see better. Okay. Can you see my stuff? All right.
Yes.
Okay. Because I can turn on this light if you can't. Oh, maybe that's better. Okay. So, once again, you don't want to flare out the rim. So I just kind of roll it on the table sometimes. All right. And if it looks like you're getting cracks, you need to seal that up. I'm going to use my flexible rib. I have to wet the edge. Okay, I like this method better than rolling out a slab and making a coil. Hold on a second. Is that Sharita again? Maybe not. Okay. I'm doing okay. Last time I didn't have it on the right link on Zoom, so people probably couldn't see my video. Okay, so the bottom, I'm kind of making it round, okay? My goodness, this is going to be a big angel. Might be a giant angel, huh? Okay, maybe should have made it smaller. Oh, well. Remember, clay shrinks in the kiln about 10%, okay? Depending on what temperature you take it up to. All right, so I got the bottom pinch pot, kind of. All right. I like this method because we can trap the air in here and shape it. So now I have to score this real quick, okay? Score. Let's see. I'll use this. You want to, I really scratch this up really good because I really wanted to seal good. And my pinch pots are thick, but I know I can carve out the thickness from the inside later on, so that's okay. So I made it really thick, and I happen to have, I really don't have slip, but I've got watery clay. How's that? And I'll add it on here. And the goal here is to trap the air in here. Okay, so gently push it down and take your any kind of a tool like a popsicle stick or whatever, and I'm going to push down, I mean really push down to seal, merge those two pieces together. And see how fast this goes, okay? In the beginning it goes fast. Later on when you start working on details, then you have to be careful, but in the beginning you can kind of smush and mush, but you kind of want to have this rough texture going on because we're going to put a coil there. And this rough texture is going to give somewhere where the coil to grab onto, okay? We have to reinforce that place. So I'm just going to roll out a worm or a snake. Okay. And then press it in, gently press it in. So at this point, my air should be trapped in there. And you don't want to have any holes because you don't want the air to escape.
Questioning, so I'd like to thank our witnesses for their testimony.
What? Okay. All right. All right. So I've got it, sealed up. I'm going to use the banding wheel here. Yeah, these guys are good to have. Always put a barrier between your surface and your piece because you don't want it to get stuck to the table or something. Okay, so now I'm going to, with my finger, I am putting some pressure. I mean, you don't want to put so much pressure that you're going to pop the balloon, okay? Right now it's like a balloon. There's air in there. And I'm just going to do the bottom, okay? So this is my smush and mush method. You don't have to be that careful at this point, and you might think, oh, that is so messy, but guess what? You can take something like this, or if you don't have that, like this, something hard like this, add a tiny, wet the edge of this, okay? See how I'm smoothing it out?
Mhm.
And at this point, I'm pushing and pulling. I can actually put pressure on this because there's the air inside is going to keep this from collapsing. But I like this guy because I can flex it. And then I can do a curvy kind of. I'm actually putting some pretty good pressure on here. Okay. So see how fast this goes? We're going to get an angel out in no time, except for the wings. Okay. All right. So this angel has a very fat belly right now. And we are going to, now I'm going to do little squeezies. Don't squeeze all at once because then it'll pop. But you can see how it's growing taller a little bit. It's kind of fun. You can feel the air pushing against it. And I can actually, it's actually growing taller now. Okay, don't pop it. Okay. So it's getting taller. All right. Now, how do I get rid of this thing that keeps popping up? Oh, I have to go into settings. Okay. So I'm going to take my paddle, which is a wooden cooking spoon from IKEA, and kind of shake the bottom right now. Now, right now the clay is so wet that it's going to sag on the bottom, but that's okay because it's as it slowly dries, I can keep paddling this. Now, don't whack it too hard, okay? Do little paddles at a time. Okay, so I'm kind of, let's see if I can make it taller again. Okay, it's growing taller. I can probably even roll it if I'm careful. Yeah. So since the air is trapped in there, you know, your shape doesn't collapse. It's pretty cool. So I like this 2-pinch pot method a lot for many, many things. Okay. All right. So it's still going to sag because of the weight of the clay, and the clay is kind of soft. All right. Now I'm kind of squeezing it and but kind of lifting it, letting the weight stretch the top part because I know this part has a lot of clay in there. And I'm going to make a halo now. Okay. So you don't have to add this extra halo. So I'm kind of going to squeeze this, make sure. Now it's getting really dry here. So I'm going to add a lot of water and gently squeeze this. All right. Can you see that? It's pretty cool.
Yes.
And you're going to have to be patient here. All right. Can't do this all at once. You just squeeze. Oh, I actually broke off a piece. Okay. There's a lot of thick clay in here, so I know I can do that. Let's say you don't have enough, you can add a halo. I just thought this would be easier, but or fun actually. But it does take time, okay? Because you have to go slowly and add lots of water for this process. It's kind of like if you ever pulled a handle for a mug or something, it's that same method. You just kind of squeeze it gently and it just starts thinning out and getting taller and taller. Okay. And you can feel the clay inside moving. Gentle, be real careful when you get to the pointy part. I mean, the thin part. I'll push hard here, let go. Push hard here, let go the pressure. Push hard here, let go the pressure. And be careful of the friction, lots of water. Okay, we're getting there. I think you can do this with air dry clay too. I think it does the same thing. But if it doesn't, you can always add the halo later. This way, the halo doesn't touch the head. It actually floats on top of the head. Okay, so we're getting pretty thin. Okay, more water again. Okay, I have to be real careful now so I don't accidentally tear this off. Look how long it's getting. Okay, at this point, let me see, where's my sponge? I'm gonna take my sponge and kind of clean this off. Okay, smooth it out. And also kind of pay attention to the shape here. Okay, maybe I want it a little bit thinner here. Okay, so I'm going to put the head, the round ball for the head right here. So I'm going to kind of indent that place so it has a little cavity to sit in. And if your clay is soft and wet, you can kind of do that. Okay. Still a little bit chubby. Okay. So my head's going to go here. Keep this wet. I got to make the head first. All right. So this goes pretty fast if you know, once you do the first one, after you do the first one, it'll go fast. So I'm going to do the head now. On the other kind of angels I've seen, all I've seen is kind of, usually it's a round ball. But I'm going to make it more human-like. And it's like a tiny little pinch bar right now, all right? So I'm going to make it a little bit more oval egg shape like. Yeah. So you can kind of get it to shape. Maybe I'll make the chin come out a little bit more. Okay. Thin it out. Don't make this too thick now. It needs to be kind of hollow. Uh-oh, it looks like a lion. Okay, we better fix that. Okay. So let's see if I can turn it into a round. What I'm going to do is try to trap the air in this thing too. Okay. Making it thinner here. I can always work on the face a little bit later. Right now, I just need a round ballish kind of thing. Okay. So I have something like this, okay? And it's going to go here. That. Yeah. Okay, I will scratch this part up to make sure it's going to be on there. I don't want the, face to fall off. So I'll just scratch the heck out of this and the rim. Okay, and then get this on here. It might be upside down. Ooh. Okay, so I got it. I'm going to be real careful, gently get it on there. And then I'm going to take and kind of squish that. It's kind of thin right now, so squish that on there. Okay. Seal that up, but I've got spaces. So I'll take wet clay and make a little tiny worm and seal that joint, okay? Let me move this so you can see it better.
I can see it.
Oh, you can? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to put this carefully. I got holes here so that air is going to escape. I have to make sure. So right now I just stuck this thing on here and then you can shape the face a little bit better. All right, I gotta get this to go on here. This is going to be hard to do with the fingers, so use a tool. I guess you can make this a round ball if you wanted to, but I thought it would be nicer if it was a more face-like or head-like. So if you're doing air dry clay, you can actually paint this, okay? And you can either,
How long would you let it dry? If it was
the air
air?
dry clay, you probably can dry it a lot faster than regular clay, you know? And then if there's a crack or something, I bet with the air dry clay, you can patch it up easily. You know, just put a little wet clay and seal up any cracks. I've not really used air dry clay. It's like finely ground paper mache stuff, I think, but I bet they added plaster or something to it and maybe some glue products. Okay, so right now I've got the air trapped in there. And because it's still soft, I can work on its face. My fingers here. Let's see if I can work on its face a little bit better. Right now it looks like an alien. Yeah, this might be the hard part, the face. I'll give it a chin because it's so tiny. I bet if you made a mold, you know, and made a face mold, you can just stick it on there, don't you think?
Yeah,
Yeah, I bet you
that'd
can
be
find
a lot quicker.
yeah, if you were making a whole lot, but you know. Okay, I'm give it a, well, this one looks like a cherub. Oh, it's so cute. Looks like a baby right now. Okay, got fat cheeks. Now, the thing that's bothering me is, does this thing need to have hair, you know? I didn't put hair because I kind of want it to be a simple, you know, clean, abstract kind of thing. So
Mhm.
I didn't put hair. So now I've got a face, right? I just got to define the chin later. Okay, right now it's just so sticky, I can't. But I do need to finish the top of the head at least the best way I can because my halo is going to be dry now. Because I'm not going to be able, huh?
You're putting air dry clay on regular clay?
No, I'm using regular clay. I'm just saying
Okay,
you can also make this out of air dried clay.
okay.
You know, if you don't have access to a kiln, but you have access to a kiln, right?
Yeah, but it's hard
Oh,
because
it is?
I have to drive so far to
Oh,
get
okay.
everything fired. I have a few things made, but it's just getting there to get them fired.
Yeah. So in that case, you know, like holiday decorations or things that aren't functional, even that African plaque you made, you could have done that with air dry clay because you're not going to eat off of it, right?
Right,
You're not going to get it wet, right?
yeah.
Okay. So, like holiday ornaments, air dry clay is probably better because it's lighter too. And then you can paint it with acrylic paint and you don't have to glaze it. Because trying to glaze ornaments is a nightmare, okay? Because you can only basically glaze it one side, or if you do both sides at a lower temperature, you have to stilt it and then you'll get those stilt marks, okay? All right, I need to stop obsessing about the face right now. All right, I'll work on that later. Oh, chin got funny, has a cliff. Okay, so this guy needs to be dry. I mean, not dry, wet and pliable, okay? And hopefully, this is funny looking. It looks like some kind of strange creature. Okay, so what I'm going to do is gently, with lots of water, and it just needs to be pliable, okay? And I think you can do this with the air dry clay too. I'm going to turn this into a halo-like shape. All right, what do you think about that? It's pretty cool, huh?
Yeah,
Okay, I'm do it a little bit, make sure it's attached there. Okay, because this part's thick, it's holding it up. If it starts sagging, I will put a little bit of wad up a little bit of toilet paper or tissue, something soft to support it right here, okay? So this is why
okay.
you have to clean the top of the head right now. So hopefully it'll stay up. If it starts sagging, I can put the toilet paper there to support it. Okay, so right now the face is still too damp and I can work on it some more later because structurally it's okay. if it's still sagging, you can still, at this point, and it feels funny because you can feel the air trapped in there. It's like pushing a balloon. Okay. Now let's say this was way too fat. Okay. Like really fat. I can pierce a little hole and let out some of the air, kind of like letting out air in your tire, seal up the hole real good, and then continue shaping it. But I kind of like this funny round shape. Okay. And on this, because this is regular clay, I can also paint regular clay once it's fired. The only thing is you got to at least fire it once. I can actually paint it with acrylic paint if I wanted to, because it's not going to be a food item, right? And you can just paint it with acrylic paint. Okay, so I'll work on the face now. We got to do the wings, right? All right, so now this is super wet and I have no space here. Let's see if I can do this. Now, I don't know about you, but I have very little space to work on. So if I can do it in this tiny space, I guess everybody else can, right?
Yeah, I have a tiny space.
You have a tiny space too?
Mhm.
Yeah, we just make small things, right? Okay, now I need to roll out the wings. If you want arms, you can put arms on it. I didn't because I'm just basically keeping it kind of abstract and as simple as possible. Okay, I still need to clean this up and everything, but I like the way the wings are pierced and it's kind of like you can see right through it. Okay, you don't have to do it that way. You can also roll out your wings onto like lace or something textured, and that might be really nice too. Okay. But the whole point is we can put lights on the inside and that makes it really pretty. I'm going to have to figure out where to get those lights. Those real tiny ones don't seem to give off that much light. The battery operated ones.
Yeah, I bought my lights like that from, I think it was Walmart. Or you can buy them anywhere that sells a Christmas tree decoration.
Oh, that's right. I just need to leave my condo and go shopping, huh?
Yeah.
Or I can look.
I had to take a week off. I've been off a week and 3 days in order to catch up on the shopping and the business because I've been taking classes for 2 years. And I realized how far that I was getting behind.
What kind of business are you talking about?
Just make craft.
Yeah, your earrings and stuff. I like
But-
your earrings. Did you make that?
Not only that, but personal business too.
Yes, like doctor's appointments, right?
Right. And you
Boy.
changing insurance and all kinds of stuff like that.
How do you change insurance? Do you have to change insurance? If you don't change insurance, does it automatically?
No, I just change it because I'm not satisfied with the
Doctors?
coverage that I was getting.
Oh, I see. Okay, now I'm gonna roll this out. Let me see if you can see this. On that wing, I actually made a pattern because, and I'm gonna do the same thing because I don't know what it's gonna look like. So I just took a piece of paper and let's see. Sometimes people have real tiny wings, but I think this guy requires bigger wings. So what does a wing look like? Like that? Well, I guess it can look like anything, right? Okay. Let's see. Kind of like that. I'll just cut something out, see what happens. So you want to cut out your wing like with a piece of paper, a pattern, make a pattern. Try it out. He's gonna look like a bird. Oh, wings are birds. Okay. Oh, I like that a lot. And then it kind of like, I can like bring it up. Oh, you can't even see what I'm talking about. Okay. All right, I kind of like this. It's real simple. And maybe I might curve it like that. That would be cool, huh? And then,
Yeah.
yeah, I kind of like that. So I'll just use this and I just need to flip it over and make the second part. All right. Now the wing thing, you want to make it about the thickness. Okay, if you make it too thin, it's just going to break right off. But you can't make it too thick. So it's really hard to figure out exactly what size to make it. And it requires a lot of clay, it seems. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna roll that out. So about maybe 3/8 or 1/4 of an inch thickness. I'm not quite sure. I had to do several tests, try out different thicknesses first to get it right. Okay, so this one's pretty thick. I better thin it out a little bit more. Okay, and then, like I said, you can imprint lace on here if you want, any kind of texture. I think I'm just going to pierce mine because I kind of like that look. Okay. Now, Jacqueline, do you know for Kwanzaa, do they have some kind of a figure or image or something for Kwanzaa? Do you know
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
what do they have?
The menorah.
Oh,
Yeah, I made one year. I have one I'll show you, but can't go into the box right now. But yeah, the menorah, you put candles in it, the red,
okay.
black, red and black, and green candles.
Okay, so, but there's no like angel or tree or whatever you call it,
No,
just a
but
menorah. Yeah,
there's fruit. It deals mostly with the economy, fruit,
uh-huh,
um,
like harvest.
vegetable, fruit and vegetables to decorate the altar
Uh-huh. Well,
around the menorah.
yeah, you can make a miniature altar out of clay and put little fruit and veggies on it with clay, right?
Yeah, corn. It deals with agriculture. We focus on what you do in agriculture and your career and all that
Okay.
progressive stuff.
Okay, so I cut out the two, okay, and I need to clean this up. Now, the problem with the wings, you have to let them set up. They're going to be way too soft to put on, okay?
Okay.
But you don't want it to be dried out and hard. And if you've got a huge one, like these are big, when I put these on, they're probably going to sag. So I'm going to soften the edges right now. And what I'm going to do is see what shape it needs to be. Okay, so hold on. Oh, it's stuck. All right. And then I'm going to kind of like see how I might end up doing this one. Let's see. All right. I mean, this guy's wet. All right, so I might do it like this. Now, I'm going to have to find something that's going to mimic that curve, okay?
Okay.
So maybe this jar might work. This bottle, whatever this is. It might, okay? And then I'll just kind of like put it on there and let it stiffen up before I put it on here. Okay, but I'm just kind of guessing this is the right shape. Now, I also need to pierce this before I put it on the actual angel, right? So the wing is a pain in the butt. It has to be shaped, stiffened. I can't pierce it yet because it's so wet. What do you call this cutting thing? These piercing things. they're just going to, you're just not going to get a clean cut image, okay? Now, this is where I have trouble because of my dyslexia. I'm trying to figure out which way goes what. So that means I go the opposite way, I think. Okay. You're not going to let these guys dry out, okay? They're going to be stiff enough that they're going to hold their shape, but yet it's still going to be pliable that you can kind of like move it a little bit. And when I put this on here, let me move this here. When I put it on the angel, what I'm going to have to do is score it real good here, okay? I'll put the wing on. Let's just say, oh wait, this one was going the wrong way. Okay, so I'll put the wing on, all right? I'll score it really good, and this will be stiff, okay? So it'll hold its shape. I'll put the wing on, and then I'm gonna actually attach this one to here, so nothing falls off. You get it? So
Okay, yeah.
2 points. Right now it's just way too wet. And let me show you with the other one. And you see, I added coils. I really smooshed it on here good, smoothed it on. I actually scored and added another coil in here. So I've got, it's not just stuck on here, okay? It's really merged into that clay body. This one is actually attached all the way down here, okay? This next one won't be able to do that, so I'm just going to have to make sure and bring and attach the tip of the wing to the front, okay? I can also have it holding a candle, or you know what would be cool if I made a place where you can actually put a little candle, huh? But
Yeah, that would be cool.
But I don't want to have live candles in the house, you know what I mean? I don't want to catch the place on fire. So, but it could be holding a heart, you know, or whatever. In the case of Kwanzaa, you can have a bowl of harvest veggies, okay? So that might be fun instead of a menorah, you know, it could be angel holding harvest. And then when this guy is, when the body is stiffer, so you have to think about what parts to reinforce and what parts to, you know, where it's going to hang and hold and all that. So my halo is standing up pretty good. See, it's above the head. Okay. I can carve and fine tune it if I want. Now, this guy is still wet. So I'm going to kind of loosely cover just the halo part because I don't want that to dry. But I'm going to keep an eye on it, and I'm going to continue to shape it because right now it's lopsided and saggy, and I'll just keep shaping it and shaping it, okay? As it slowly dries, then it'll hold its shape. Once this guy is dry, not dry, hard, not even leather hard, before leather hard, I'm going to, let's see if I can handle it very well. I'm going to do the pierce the holes, okay? And then like you saw on the other one, I haven't been able to clean that up, but I let it harden a little bit, dry more. And then I can open up the bottom and scrape out the thick layers, okay? Clean up the holes. So it is a lot of work, but, and then you have to start being careful towards the end. But I don't know, what do you think about this, Angel? It's okay? I've never made.
Yeah, but you know what? His halo, it looks kind of small. I think it just.
Oh, is it small? I thought they were supposed to be small. Okay, you'll have to make a big one then.
Well, not real big.
Yeah. Okay, so this is a small halo. Okay.
Yeah, that's a tiny halo.
You didn't get a good halo, huh? Okay. So you can keep shaping it like this, okay? Any questions?
I like it.
And next week I'll just I'm gonna try to make a gnome, okay?
Okay.
I never made a gnome before, and I have no idea what they kind of look like, but I'll see what I can come up with.
Okay, I'll be working on a face mold.
Oh, that's not a bad idea. Or
Yeah,
you can actually buy them, if you go to the Sculpey section of craft stores, the polymer clay, they have face mode, or you can take a doll and smash clay on it and fire that. You know what I'm saying? Take a doll, like a baby doll.
oh, yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes or you can even go to like a Goodwill and see if somebody's, getting rid of their dolls or something.
Yeah.
I don't know if you want Barbie face, but there's all kinds of
That's a
things.
good idea, though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Then you don't have to make one, right?
right.
Yeah. And I had when I was in college, some of our classmates would go to Oakland Cemetery. Those statues, angel statues. They would go and take their clay and make a mold off of those statues. They were bigger ones, but they were really pretty, angelic. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So hopefully I'll see you next week, huh?
All right.
Doing good working on your pieces. That's cool.
Yeah, I'll be watching you on YouTube. If I miss anything, I can catch up.
Okay, good.
All right.
Good to see you again.
Yeah, thank you.
All right.
Good to
Bye-bye.
see you. Bye.